Welcome
Turning in
back
progress.
to Wrestling with Ski. This guy's cutting off the thing because he doesn't have to hear it every day. Lucky bastard doesn't have to hear it every day. Well, actually, no, it's not that bad because the computer's muted. I don't actually hear it, which is why I sit there staring blankly when I start recording them normally going, is it working? Why? Because I only hear it when I have these on. So I don't know. Very rarely. I forget it's there anymore. I'm just happy everything stopped glitching when I press record like it used to. And amen. Let's all thank PlayStation for this happening right now. Because, yeah, we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for them. But Wrestling with Ski, I got him back. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Please remember why. Or even, this is even a holiday. Don't just be happy because you get a long weekend, you narcissistic pile of puke. There's lots of reasons. You heard that correctly, of reasons as to why we have this weekend off. And a long weekend for a lot of you. And don't thank a veteran. Don't do that.
Yeah.
We already have enough going on in our heads, as it is normally, let alone this weekend. So.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add to that?
I know we're kind of doing the wrestling aspect, but again, I just want to name a few out there off the top of my head. Will, Mike and Lee. So those are my three that I know there's a lot out there that we could rattle off, and I know you have a couple others, and
we all do.
Yeah.
I woke up to something that Chuck sent me about Lee because he asked me how many years it's been. Like, I don't know, dude. What, too many?
Yeah.
I was still at the townhouse.
Will has been 8 because Jackson turned 7 this year, so that's how I always remember. Yeah. It's always the year because literally Jackson was born that next year. So
lots of them.
Quick shout out to Bill and Kitty Price. Always in my thoughts and prayers. I know I already threw something on Facebook out there on Will's page, but it's to lose a child in general. I've been there, and now I know, and I have a deep appreciation, for parents, whether it's 20-some-year-old, that seems okay, made some good lifestyle changes, going to college, engaged, dog, getting ready to, kick a good, a better chapter off in his life. And then just all of a sudden, just because someone's smiling doesn't mean they're struggling.
It doesn't mean there's. I've learned the most miserable people on the inside are normally the ones trying to make everyone laugh and enjoy their life. Kind of like the Robin Williams thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Because he knows what it's like to feel that low, and he didn't want anyone else to feel that low, which is why he had all these problems, and we all saw how that ended. Tragically. Yeah, there's a lot of them, and for anyone that actually follows me on my personal Facebook page, if you've seen some of the conversations I've been having, I deserve a pat on the back for not exploding on anyone, especially the guy who hasn't responded. He was up me every like 5 minutes. And there he was saying that apparently I didn't care about mental health. And all these other blind patriotism. And then he got he got a book.
Yeah.
Like, please, for the love of God, don't ever tell me I don't care about mental health.
When aren't we talking about you? I mean, the last couple, episodes I've been on, and we've always brought it up in some capacity, because it eventually, a lot what we talk about leads back to, quick side note, wrestling related. Come to find out, the
whole show's about.
Vince and Bray had an interesting relationship, emotionally, mentally, and I think, as much as the dumbest decision for Vince to get rid of Bray, they seemed, I guess the atmosphere seemed like they were like had some kind of father and son bond. I mean, what father would, fire a son, but then again, he fired Shane. So, but that that kind of relationship, and I can see why, you know, when Bray left, you know, and got himself better, you know. I mean, I know he was still dealing with Brody, the loss of Brody and stuff like that, but you know, he seems in a better place, you know, mentally. So he's,
By the
you know,
way,
Lexa Bliss is back. She seems to be in better spirits, except for the last article I read. I guess still receiving threats. That's kind of fucked up. Oh, sorry. Oops. Slipped that. Let that one slip. Don't tell the network. But
don't worry. The networks love me.
That's good.
Depending on which network we're talking about.
Yeah.
There's one in particular that I don't think likes me very much, but I don't like them either. So don't worry, the feeling is mutual. Feeling is very, very mutual, but they started it. And I'm going to leave it right there. But yeah, there's been a lot of weird things have been happening in the world of wrestling with all that. And I do like Alexa, you know, I mean, it's still weird that we did the whole, got rid of the Lily thing. That she has Lily and she had her original music. Then she comes out the next week with the new song. Like, I mean, I like her new song. Like,
it has not been thrown up on Apple Music yet. The latest one that was thrown up on Apple Music was Gunther's.
Let's not talk about that. We'll get there.
Yeah, that just makes my head. That still makes my head hurt. But
yeah, but you know, it's lots of stuff going on with when it comes to a lot of things. And again, mental health. Before we really get into wrestling, please. I think I'm almost out of toes. Even I'm already out of fingers. I think I'm out of toes. The amount of people I've don't ever come to any single one of us and tell us we don't understand. We don't care about mental health and issues. Well, we all actually struggle every day. We wouldn't be losing 8,000 of us a year on average if if mental health was not a large part of all of our lives. I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have such a problem that we.
And honestly, I like to throw something out there to whoever's viewing this. Randomly go on your phone today. We're almost at the end of May. Just because it's Memorial Day, it doesn't mean it's mental health affects others, but text someone you haven't texted in a while and say, hey, how's it going? And you just never know. You never know that what that person may be doing. And maybe they're about to do something that, maybe they're about to do it. And then, you know what I mean? Like it's I try to, people that I, don't always contact. I try to, every once in a while, throw a text out there and, like people that I haven't talked to in a while, that. And you just never know that one text could change that person's life,
Except for me. He doesn't even answer our group chat. He doesn't say anything ever. God.
Well, you and Dan pretty much like
people in their,
answer each other's stuff. I just kind of,
He just reads it.
Yeah, Dan, when he sent that the NWO Funko Pops, I said, which Walmart? Oh, up in Harrisburg. I'm like, I don't think it's worth the drive to Harrisburg.
Hey,
I'm gonna spend more in gas than I would on a pop. Sorry, I'll order it from Entertainment Earth. There's your free plug.
I've never, all the Walmarts down here. I got 2 of them. Don't have one single WWE Funko anywhere to be seen. Like, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Actually, I don't appreciate it, but it is what it is. I mean, I would never drive to Harrisburg for anything. I don't care what the hell it was.
The only thing the good drive to Harrisburg for is Dave and Buster's and the Melting Pot. That's about it.
And I have to technically drive through Harrisburg whenever I go home. So, I mean, technically I go to Harrisburg twice a year, at least. I mean, I just passed right through, but I was there. Screw that place. And shout out to the weirdest day ever. Went into Target and suddenly, I mean, they had Bianca. I think they had Bianca's too, and Tez. And then they had Dawkins next door at GameStop or whatever. Like, no offense to the Street Profits and them, no, but walked in there. I was like, yeah, dude. And that Alexa one? Like, okay, let me go and see what they have at GameStop to make sure to walk over there. What, just come back. And he let me go right behind the counter to look. He's like, what, just come back here and look. Like, oh, fuck, whatever. And like what? And you got the cake with. And I made it. You had like the three cases that I always use. Yeah, it's what, like, so one in the one case, like whole stack, whole thing. I want them. What? I don't care if no one else can get the nice,
Now,
the nice cases.
Did you find the? Was that the 2-pack of DX for the SummerSlam,
No, I had.
or
I've
were they
never-
individual?
They're individual. I've never.
Okay.
I don't even have it. I don't even have a triple.
Yeah,
H.
because
I don't have a triple H DX yet.
Yeah, I got them. I got them separately. They're actually worth more separately than they are the 2-pack. So anyone out there that collects, get them separately, because they and the Razor Ramon one, when I went to pick up my Shawn Michaels, which finally came 2 months later. Shout out to Red at GameStop in Brookville Pike. He called me. He's like, dude, I got Razor. I've got one left, and it's in good condition. And of course, that's when he had just passed that week. I'm like, that Brad, that's a dumb question. Yeah. Yes, I will take Razor.
Yeah, I happened to get that one. I thought that was convenient. That suddenly, boom! Like I never saw one.
Yeah, and the Taker casket one that went up like as soon as it released. Next day, it went up $5. So I again retail value.
I heard,
you know,
and I heard that Heyman's the next one. Like I'd get a Heyman. Like I might not. I might have to wait 9,000 years to ever get the guy to sign it because he doesn't sign anything. But I would wait my whole life just so I could be like.
All I know is
that
WWE needs to do their first 4-pack. I don't think they've done 4-packs.
What, the whole
they
clique?
need to do the. They need that, or they need to do the Bloodline with Paul Heyman. That would be cool.
I mean, they're not going to throw Sami Zayn in there.
That was funny. I did see that snippet from SmackDown. That it is pretty funny.
I don't know.
Did you see? Did you? I don't know. Did I share the picture of where it's Roman and the Usos as young kids, and then they Photoshop Sammy in there as the.
Nope.
that was pretty good.
That. But now that we're done with Funko Pops and all that, and by the way, all you gotta do is go look. Unless you're here, don't go look at Walmart if you're here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. They don't have any. Yeah. But GameStops all have different ones. I didn't expect to see any in Target. She just said she was going to look at jewelry and pants to go away because I didn't just follow her and get pissed off. So I went and get the hell out of here. And again, then I walked by her. She was, where are you going? What? Be right back. Then I came right back. The giant GameStop bag. It's not my fault, but I didn't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I saved $5 because I had that $5 coupon thing every month, but I saved $5.
Yeah. Oh, quick other thing, since we're talking about collectibles and whatnot, still 2K22, it gets better and better all the time. They are really putting the time in. A quick side note, 2K22, they almost had Cody ready to put in it as a possibility if they would have known the deal would have been sealed a little bit sooner. I don't know why they can't just throw him in there. They could. Yeah. The only bad thing is with the commentary, since they do all the pre-recording with the commentary already in there, it's a little bit harder. But there's plenty of community creations out there. I mean, quick shout out to one of the game users. What's the status? He's got like pristine, like he takes hours into the details of these creations, and it's amazing.
I'm not trying
like
to be a dick.
I don't have the patience for that kind of stuff. But like there are some really good works of art in there that like some of these people should be like helping with development of the game. Like, dude.
And shout out to him for ain't nobody got time for that. I ain't got no time for that. I can't remember the last time I played video games with Heather yesterday. I can't remember when I had the time to look at anything. There's my collectible though. Has nothing to do with wrestling, but find it all. Winston Cup NASCAR Illustrated with, Baby Dale Jr. and Dale Sr. on it for $20 with that. That was a cool find that I had.
You know what? You should pay to get that graded. Get it graded, get it sealed.
Get it graded, be like, hey, Junior, what? Can you do me a solid? Please.
That just means your grading fee and the sealing fee is going to go up though. But it'd be worth it.
That's fine.
I was actually thinking
at some point. So
I was actually thinking about getting the issue of WWE Magazine, the one that's still in the plastic that I didn't open, not the one that's signed by Triple H, but the one that's silk please. See, I was actually thinking about going and mailing that in to get it graded. So I can actually have it in that nice, you know how the comic books are graded? They're in those nice.
Yeah. I'd like to
I was
get
thinking about doing that.
and get, frame it up somewhere nice. It's all like, cause I'm never going to open that thing.
Yeah. Cause like what I'd like to do is I like to open up, I don't know, I might do one of the floating frames. Like I have my newspaper article from the Pat 6 Super Bowl win. I want to get one so where I can open up the magazine the whole way with the picture where it's signed by Triple H with us in the magazine. Sorry, I talk with my hands.
Well, no, I was just joking at them cutting in and out with your background there, but
yeah,
don't worry. So do I. It's just normally no one can see my hands because I keep them down here so I don't confuse anybody. Don't worry, we can all see you coming out here and yeah, red shirt,
but
shirt, your orange shirt, your blue shirt, come out here looking like a big old bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. So guess what? Rock, no movie commitments next year. It's coming.
We all called it. We all called it. And
and speaking of Rock, binge watch Young Rock. That was very good. Like I binge watched the complete first season and then got caught up the second season. I actually enjoyed it. Kudos to all the actors that portrayed the wrestlers. Right on. Like there wasn't one that didn't nail. How
does anyone portray Macho Man though? How does one do that? It's physically impossible to do that.
Macho Man and Andre the Giant and the one that played Sheik and then the Wild Samoans, like whoever those actors, like right on point. I'm not gonna lie. And the one that portrayed Brock's father too. I mean, everybody like
Sheiky Baby. He's out there too. I love him. I haven't seen any of his tweets in a while. I haven't been looking, but God bless that man.
I haven't seen it. I'm surprised he didn't comment on the supposed Flair and Hogan match.
Just ever feeling
waiting
down
for that
on
one.
yourself. Whenever you're feeling down on yourself and having a bad day, go fuck yourself. Like, thanks, thank you, Iron Sheik. That man deserves something. Whenever you're down and feeling bad at it, go yourself. The Iron Sheik, ladies and gentlemen, he has spoken. Go yourself. It's about all he tells anyone to do. Surprised he didn't actually tell both of them to go themselves. Whoever's like you're getting in, like Ric Flair, like anyone.
Apparently, Flair's coming off the top rope in that match. Oh, God help us all.
I've seen
why? Don't get me wrong. I saw the videos of him training for 73 years old. Good on him, but dude,
why?
Yeah.
We all see all those things when you're talking
you
about how you're just happy to be alive.
You not to poke fun at it, but you want to talk about mental health awareness. Neither of them should be wrestling. No. Like, why? Unless that's the way they want to go. I know that would be Flair's way to go. Don't get me wrong.
Flair's 100% way to go. And if we're going to talk about mental health, that's definitely on the list. Because I don't worry, you guys know when I'm posting stuff and my words, because I sign off on like ski at the end of it, so it's me. When I'm like no one else does, but for the love of God, just I said that. Like I wanted to post it. I thought, I don't have anything that won't get me in trouble.
Yeah,
we're completely going off like a nuclear warhead, calling him everything under the book, in the book, on top of the book. Like it's why, like he almost died. Be happy with it, because it's Ric Flair. It's not going to be like Lawler after he literally died.
Yeah.
And he goes and just does puffer matches here and there, local things. Flair's not going to go out there and not be Ric Flair. And that's the terrifying part. We know he's not going to be able to just mail it in and consider it a day.
I said, don't get me wrong. The training videos,
he looks good.
He looks good. He's taking the bumps properly still. Like,
he better.
It's just what my there's a difference between who was that with him? Jay Lethal, right? That was doing the training with him.
Of all people to train with, Jay Lethal.
Well, still one of my favorite thing was a Woo Wolf. That was great. Still Impact Wrestling. There you go. There's your plug, or TNA, or whatever it was at the time.
Whatever the hell it is, I don't know. It changed their names like 9 times.
I would trust Jay Lethal in a match with Ric Flair. Would I trust Hogan in a match with Ric Flair? No, because I mean, I know Jay's been working with Rick for a long time, has always worked with Rick for a long time, but you need someone that knows you at this point. Don't go, no, not saying Hogan couldn't, but then again, no, just
No.
you
And,
need, yes, is it a younger guy maybe putting over, or maybe, if it were Lethal versus Flair, I'd be fine with that. You know what? Cool. You're 73 years old. You're working with somebody that knows how to be safe with you, that's still in ring shape. That's, yes, a lot younger, but throwing Hogan and Flair in the,
I don't like
someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to get hurt.
I mean, Hogan's already like 90% replacement parts.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, Hogan's gonna lift him up the body slam. One of his metal hips is gonna shoot out in the crowd, impale someone in the head, and then he's gonna die. And then drops Flair and brain damage, and it would be just a mess, complete mess.
I'm not watching it.
No,
I don't want to watch an old man die.
Watching
I'll
Lethal
watch it after
train,
the fact.
watching Lethal train with Flair. Cool, I'm content. Great, you're still in ring shape. You're 73 years old. You have nothing to prove. You don't need a match.
See, he just wants to be champion again because they keep giving Charlotte so many title reigns that, she ain't catching me.
Now, congratulations on the marriage, by the way, to both of them.
I still don't like him. He can wrestle. I'll give him that. It's just character-wise, he just makes no impact. There we go. But we're going to get into all of that. And one more quick shout out, Sasha. I don't care about your mental health. Get the over yourself already.
I know part of it's mental health, but I think she's not happy.
Hey, Sasha, here's a great one. You thought it was bad. What, how many people, remember when you guys were, you guys went and had all the gold. You thought it was perfectly fine then to have people that should be beating you lose to you. It's amazing how the shoe goes on the other foot. And you're like, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I hate to break it to you. How are you going to make the women's tag division mean anything? And people think it means anything?
I still think Naomi that's 100% part of it. I could see Naomi because the whole bloodline thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Be a good angle for it.
And seeing as Roman's not going to be doing a lot of live events anymore and not be on TV, that would be the perfect time to put her with both Usos. You know what I mean? As that third person that,
finally see her be a dick.
Yeah.
She's never been, but
that could, but Roman's not going to be on TV much. So you got to kind of put something in there.
You want to say that you want to bring respect back to the tag titles, and you immediately walk out a week and a half after getting them.
Yeah.
That worked out well for you. And where else is she going to go? And that's a real question. Where could she? Ain't going to Impact. There's no room for her in AEW, even though we all know Tony will buy her right up.
Oh yeah. And then
go to Japan and get her ass whooped.
Snoop Dogg will follow because that'll be a draw.
Doggy dog. Yeah, get over yourself, please. For the love of Christ, everyone has to deal with garbage. Okay. Sorry.
I saw Nikita Lyons, MCL, bye for a while. That sucks. She's one of my favorites.
I can just imagine why. We're getting that. As we're now finally, let's get to the current state of affairs. I think Raw is mostly abysmal. Hey, they have, I think I like seeing Cody. This chair doesn't stop him throwing through the wall. It's good to see him have the confidence to actually talk, and he's putting on great matches.
Oh yeah.
We all saw Seth coming to throw him.
Watched the Broken Skull session with him. That was good. He has grown up so much. I don't know what the hate is for Cody, but from
AEW, that's what the hate was.
And the way he carries himself just like his daddy. It's great.
Just a little fancier.
And I could watch Cody and Seth over and over and over again because it's never the same thing twice.
Yeah, like I said, the match wasn't going to be WrestleMania, but they had time constraints on this one. It wasn't like WrestleMania. It was great return, but that last one was still really, really good. I can't even really complain about that last pay-per-view.
No.
there are things that we all saw coming, but I mean, at least they did it good when we saw it coming.
Yeah, at least the wrestling was good. It wasn't like, oh yeah, here's a repeat of last month. Okay, here's a repeat of last month, but they built on the wrestling itself. It's not like it was the same match. It wasn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they even made even the Lashley and Omos stuff. I mean, that was better than I thought it was going to be. I thought that was going to completely suck. And it wasn't as abysmal as we thought. The cage match, I still don't care what Michael Cole says. That unexpected and unusual finish to the match. Like, didn't Brock and someone go, and Drew, I believe it was, or Roman, like go, the wall of it collapsed, the section collapsed, dude rolled over, got his feet off, and he won. Like, I swear that just happened. What unusual, never seen it before. Bro, it was like a year and a half ago. I remember. But again, they're still pushing, Seth making his surprise return on Raw. Like, his surprise return at WrestleMania. Like, there were Cody chants for 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Every week when we saw Seth. Every time. I know you're doing it for story mode, but please stop treating me like I'm stupid. We all knew. But
yeah,
there's some good stuff going there. Again, women's tag titles suck everywhere. But
unless you're Toxic Attraction, they can just wear them.
Hey, I was getting on to 2.0. I mean, just like what saved the whole entire Wendy Chu and all that when we had that last, whatever they did, TV special, whatever they called that, and there's Gigi and then bouncing around her bikini. It's like, thank you. What for? How stupid was Super Soakers? Everything else has been. Thank you for saving it with that. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Why? Because that was the only thing that made Super Soakers and all of that even worth it. And that's no offense to Wendy Chu, because when she's in the ring, she's good. It's just the character just makes me want to put my head through a wall. Guess what? Been there, done that. Nikita Lyons was doing good.
Yeah. Like she was getting better each match, and then boom.
Yeah, and that's the way it normally goes. Sadly.
I mean, but it hurts her, but it'll help her. She'll be able to get more development out of it. And they can they could do so much with her. I could see her either heel or face. It wouldn't really matter. I don't care as long as she keeps wearing what she wears to the ring. I love her, hate her. Who cares?
I don't know. There's just something about it that hurts my head. Her kicks.
It sucks. It sucks that it happened. It sucks that it happened so soon when she got into NXT. But honestly, I think it's going to pay off in the long run.
It should. I mean,
I think, yeah.
And again, sadly, look at her.
I mean, an MCL is like what, 9 months minimum if you push yourself.
Yeah.
But I think if they were smart to give her a full year, to hone her craft, I think she'll be okay.
No, you can,
because what can happen in 9 months? Well, the rest of the women's division could be fired or future, it could be future endeavor. Then all you have is Nikita Lyons,
They're good at that. And they could do another NXT breakout tournament, and kaboom, there she comes in and just mauls somebody.
Yeah.
And everything works out okay. They could do that, but the breaker stuff's been good. Like, I mean, I don't like Joe Gacy. I will never like Joe Gacy. I don't care. Yeah. It's just dumb. Want to know why dude got fired? You could say it was because he wasn't, getting better in the ring as fast as they wanted.
Yeah.
But it's because they made him Harlan and he was next to Gacy and he was in the ring for like 3 seconds. Parker Bordeaux. There you go, Parker. You're welcome. Don't ask me to spell your last name.
I think he'll be back. I think he's going to have his, what I would call the Drew McIntyre syndrome, where he'll go around, he may go to New Japan, or he may go somewhere and hone. And I think he'll come back.
Yeah.
Quote me right now. That guy will be back.
Oh yeah. Well, without a doubt, for how much they were up on him, he'll be back.
Oh yeah. I don't know what I don't know what they found on him that they let him go. I never came across what were never specific on why. Apparently something from his past came up, and that's why they let him go. Is it truthful? I don't know. If you can't specifically say, well, this is why, it was from what we found, I think it was just some bullshit of an excuse. But again, quote me, Parker Bordeaux will be back in 5 years after traveling the world, honing his craft, and then they'll main event him, just like they did with Drew. I can see that.
Come back, yeah. I mean, but the rest of it, and I like the tag title, man. I don't like Pretty Deadly. Like, I just look at them and I fast forward. Like, thank you, God. Like, I just look at them and I get angry. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
There's just something about, and they're never gonna like, or maybe it's just because they got it on day one. And granted, would they have gotten it if everything didn't happen with MSK? Who knows? But it, like, their first day, and like, and we had the other guys that have been here for, the Gristled Young Veterans team that have been here for forever.
Yeah.
And they just keep getting just used idiotically.
Quick side note, MSK. Who was the one that got for supposed?
Not Wesley, the other one.
The other dude. He got pulled from the DLC from 2K22.
Wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
they had to completely change a whole DLC package just because of that.
Yeah, but again, I will say they do a good job as a tag. I just didn't like, the close in on their asses as the last whatever it was started. Like this is where we're going. Thanks, guys. Thank you for ruining. But you just turned off half your people. When they turn on the screen, there's just men's asses in their face. Like, okay, bye. See you later. Thanks. But they're good. I mean, they're talented in the ring. I don't like the gimmick, and I think the GYV deserve it more. But the tag division down there is very healthy for the most part.
Yeah,
they got
healthy, just underutilized.
Yeah, they got the Creeds, which are great. Briggs and Jensen, that'll never. I can't believe Legado never held them. But I think they're coming up to the main roster sooner than anyone thinks. Because how else?
You don't have. I would say you don't really. And you know what? Not to jump into main roster stuff, but is this whole Randy Orton back issue thing like maybe legit, or is it is it? I don't know. Like they're playing that. They're playing that pretty close, because I know they have it playing where it would be. It's going to be Riddle, and then Randy. I guess it's going to go Riddle, Randy, then Drew, because Riddle would be the next pay-per-view, not this coming pay-per-view, but the next
premium live event.
Sorry, banned term. I'm sorry, Vince. Fire me, whatever. See you later.
$10 words.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be Riddle, and then I'm guessing Randy at SummerSlam.
Randy.
And then September, the Clash of the Castle, when they're over in the UK.
That's a beautiful name.
When they're over in the UK, it's going to be Drew versus Reigns, all three of those shows. So,
yeah, but who knows what they'll do with it?
And then you've got October, November, December. November, it could be Survivor Series. They could throw Reigns in with the 5-on-5 that would cover Survivor Series. I mean, October. What do they usually do in October? And then you've got December, January, which would be Rumble. Rumble season starting.
We could see The Rock come out during. Think about it, Reigns. Rock Survivor Series, Reigns is doing his thing, even though it's not a perfect year for his anniversary because COVID and movies, but have him come out and be like, and just look at him. We'll have Roman doing the same blank look on his face as the Rock's there. Heyman will be trembling. And boom, WrestleMania set, done. And look at the size of him for Black Adam. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, dude. I can't wait.
Take all of the padding out. What? I'm doing this. Like, you already eat 9,000 calories. Like, how are you going to get bigger? He is, though. But again, that's a later story for all that. I do think that I just don't, back on NXT, I like the Creed brothers thing. I don't get getting rid of Malcolm Bivens, though.
Yeah.
Like, just out of nowhere, boom. Then, hey, Roddy, you're in charge. Yeah, that's working out good. I mean, they're not going to let go of Roddy. They are. Why? Because they see where the other three are right now. Roddy's stuck.
And poor LA Knight, he got renamed.
All right, that's coming up for the SmackDown segment of this conversation. Dupree. Just have Rene Dupree come out, beat the hell out of him. See you later. Future endeavor. Bye. Good night. dear
Slap
God.
just slap a Canadian onesie on him and have him have one match and bye.
It's just dumb, but I don't want to see Gacy be champion, but I don't think they really have that. I mean, I don't. Sorry, it's character wise. Like, I just don't think he's there. And we all know they want to get Braun to the main
Gacy's
roster.
Gacy's really the only heel at this point.
I know. Like they
that's
backed
sad.
themselves into a giant corner.
Yeah,
I mean, they got Zion.
Really...
They got Zion Quinn, but he's going with looks like Wes Lee from everything he's been going after.
Yeah.
And then I mean, they got again Legato and Tony D and all of his goons, but they're intermingled with each other. And I really do think it's going to be one of those losers leave town. That's how Legato's going to get on the main roster, and then within 6 months they're going to screw it up and they're going to be fired, or 6 weeks,
6 days, 6 hours.
We've seen them do it, like 1 minute vignette,
3 minutes
by the end, like by midnight, no longer with the company. You're going,
he didn't wrestle.
You just put all that time and money into that, and okay, but that was a shout out to the guy that got his head taken off by Twisted Tea. The sound of that still makes me smile. I'm sorry. Shout out to Twisted Tea. And that they have spiked cans off the ground. The explosion on the side of his face. I don't know why he kept talking, but moving on. I don't think they could, but again, you said then they'll have Tony D after, I think that's going to be loser leaves town, because there can only be one, like all of that they're talking. And they have, what's his name? The guy that looks like a caveman. It's got Robert Stone with him now. That guy that's just throwing people out the ring and bouncing them off of everything. I mean, they have him, but is he ready? I don't know. I don't think he's ready for Von Wagner. There you go. But otherwise, what do they have?
I mean, I have this feeling they're going to clean house in NXT, send a lot of the main roster like they always do, because guess what? Roman's barely doing anything, so they got to fill something.
Don't you worry.
With stupid.
Don't you worry. We're getting to the Roman problem. I find that that's all of it. But before we get to that, move on to Dynamite, because I think, no offense to the machine, but when you come to like match quality, I'm saying AEW is probably winning that when it comes to their televised stuff. They're definitely winning that, even if it's just why the hell are these two having a match? Who cares? It's a good match.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters, even though dumb stuff's gonna happen, but they're definitely winning with that. The Blackpool Combat Club. I like, again, Regal. Still can't believe they fired him. Thanks, Vince.
That still blows my mind.
No, like that worked out. Hey, it worked out good for us though. I mean, he's up there on commentary.
And Road Dogg blew my mind too. Like he was a good coach.
That's so
for NXT.
So dude has a heart, like that's the pacemaker put in his off his feet, but you literally fire everyone. Like everyone that had anything to do with it, except for Roddy, who wants out, and they're like, yeah, you're staying, bro. Sorry. God damn it.
Well, Stephanie stepped down. Paul's back in full time. Maybe something.
Maybe there's something. I don't know, but they got, and a lot of the people that they've gotten rid of. I mean, again, it has worked out. It's good to see Regal doing stuff down there with Mox and Brian. Yeah. I like Mox and Brian together. I think it's just a good thing. I still hate 2.0 or whatever the hell they were called. That's with the Jericho Appreciation Society now. The one guy in his face, like, there's something about it that just makes me want to make it stop. Don't get it. Not entertained. Hate it. What are you going to do about it, Mr. I'm a Wizard? I mean, it was probably the nicest fireball I've seen thrown in a long time. Way better than the one that burnt Randy's face, but where he's all grotesque. But they're doing much better matches.
Hey, we got to see Gangrel.
Yeah, his right leg didn't look right, but he was walking funny. But that DDT still looked good.
Oh yeah, it did look good.
He still got that.
Yeah, we were at Jackson Millersville Friday, and my wife goes, "Is Jeff Hardy wrestling tonight?" And I look, and I'm like looking at the TV. It was probably about a good 3 or 4 yards away over on the opposite side. I'm like, that's not Jeff. And then I realized it was Young Bucks impersonating. I'm like, because when Jeff turned around, I'm like, that's not how Jeff paints his face. I said, that's got to be the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
And then I actually went back and watched the whole thing. I'm like, yep, called that one.
They are just Hardy Boys cosplayers. I'm pretty sure I've actually heard someone use that phrase in recent weeks. And there it was, coming full circle. Everything the Bucks are involved in. Sorry, it's just dumb. There always has to be dumb involved with it for some reason, but they're doing better. And their women's division, man, I really don't know what. I mean, the show's tonight because we can still call the pay-per-view there. I mean, I just don't think they're going to take it off Thunder Rosa. Even no matter how good.
I love Thunder Rosa. She's one of my favorites.
And I see a lot of people bashing on her all the time.
Yeah, I don't know what the hate is. She does a lot, and she does more like at like the AAA Mania events and stuff like that. Like she goes a little bit, I guess because of the heritage, but her all around. I don't see why there's so much hate. She is a very good wrestler and has come. I mean, she's been all over.
Yeah,
all over. Like,
and she actually sells stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, unlike the person she won the title from, that just sucked. And then she fought her former tag team partner last week.
Yeah,
and you very clearly see her dive that headbutt into her stomach. Everyone's going, I hear right in the end, and she gets up holding her head. Like, that's how much Britt gives a shit. She's good when she wants to be, but no offense to her.
Yeah,
we're all watching, talking about her abdomen, and then she gets up going, like, you're off by about this many feet, homie. I don't care who you're sleeping with. You missed your abs by about 3 feet. Close. Very, very close. But the women's division's getting better. I mean, everyone seemed like they wanted, Chris Statlander to beat Ruby, obviously. So we could see Ruby and Britt again. I really don't see the point in that. I thought they should have gave it to Stat or maybe Toni Storm, who got herself to just phenomenal shape. I don't know how the hell big.
Oh, yeah.
She is.
Big difference.
She is.
Big difference.
Huge difference. Way. You just look at him going, what? It used to be this big, but how the hell did she do that?
But still good. That area.
But like, she's like cut everywhere, like her whole everything.
Oh yeah.
Like, she got shredded. So whatever she did, good on her.
Yeah.
And I think it's helping, the product. Again, there's some stuff like Tyler Rust, whatever. No offense to, Keith Lee and Swerve for getting thrown with the idiots that they are. No offense to Ricky Starks, Powerhouse Hobbs. I don't know how people are talking about how good Powerhouse Hobbs is. Like, I don't see it. Maybe it's just me. I just look at him and my brain hurts. But they're at least using mostly everybody. Did I like them using the old chair around the ankle gimmick on Sting? No, why? But again, their match quality is made up for most of the stupid that's happened. So I can't complain about, most of it. Again, match quality helps improve idiocy. Again, last pay-per-view for WWE, I couldn't even complain because the matches were good enough that I wasn't sitting there just pissed off and gritting my teeth all night and just drinking way too much because, well, if everything sucks, at least you have beer. That's always a very good
or Terramana tequila. You're welcome, Rock. You're welcome, Dwayne.
Food.
So what are your whole thoughts about Mr. Brooks? Because I see a lot of different articles and a lot of people are either pissed off at him or agree with him on what he's been wearing, 1, 2, what he's been saying, and 3, what his true beliefs are. He's been getting either a lot of heat or a lot of support. I mean, between just everything, I just know. I know he likes. I know he likes to stir the pot as much as he doesn't admit it. But like, what are? I don't know. And then you see this article. Has CM Punk's run been a flop in AEW, or has it helped? Has it hurt?
He's been putting on good matches though.
Oh yeah, match wise, yes.
He's getting people over. I mean, is it CM Punk of 10 years ago? No, it'll never be.
No.
Taker looked like Taker of 10 years ago, and he was still like he didn't take just years off and stop.
Yeah.
No, but again, I didn't know how to feel about him and Hangman on Wednesday. That whole, at least I think it was Wednesday, whatever it was, going at each other. Like, I don't know, I just didn't feel the promo. Could have been Friday. I don't know. All the wrestling days run together. So don't worry, see, there's one hand. Don't worry, the other one is underneath the desk doing the same exact thing. Just no one can see it. I don't know. And half the time I'm moving the one underneath, like right now, and no one can actually see it. I'm flailing about like an Italian grandmother. No offense to Italian grandmothers. I love you all.
So does Punk win tonight?
I don't know. So again, like, what do you think about them back? Like Hangman getting all angry out. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, it was good and all. I just,
but does Punk win tonight? I
don't think they have him.
I don't know. Like, they haven't done much with Hangman though. Like,
and they've given him a bunch of garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, Lance Archer. And by the way, Texas death matches, it should not be able to be won by count out. That's stupid. Death match. And he won by like Mick Foley, and then we're literally blowing themselves up.
For reals.
In their death matches, and these guys are winning by
for reals, not freaking firecrackers in the middle of a ring. Sorry, real, like
boom.
Like over in Japan, as in like the real crap. I mean, I know New Japan's a little bit different than in the States, and we like to water shit down, but like real booms, not like I'm gonna jump with a firecracker. No, sorry, not sorry.
No, they really, so that was done, but I mean, they really haven't. Him and Adam Cole put on good matches. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah, I agree.
We all knew Cole wasn't going to win. Like he didn't need to at this point. He doesn't. He's too intermingled with all of his stooges and all that idiocy that didn't work. And Punk's at least, I mean, it has a lot. All of it been meaningful? No. Did the MJF stuff and him start off good and then get really cold and then pick back up at the end? Yes. But again, it's kind of like the first hangover of the Boondock Saints. I mean, once you're up here, it's very hard to stay up there the whole time. But I don't think it's been a flop by any means. I mean, right now, the problem with the wrestling world, don't worry, I'll circle back to all of it, is no matter what, for the most part, AEW people are AEW people and machine people are machine people, and there's not a lot of intermingling. And I think that is to a detriment for they can't break 1 million. Like neither is Raw some weeks. But if everyone actually started watching everything, it would be a lot. Everyone would hit certain numbers and all that. So people are so trenched in. And sadly, again, I'd watch AEW because Hannah even looks up and sees what this stuff's good. Now there are some times where we're watching women's matches and I turn around, she's just going, "No one, don't worry about it. It's that bad. It's okay." Like when you don't even watch this stuff and you're looking at it going, that's a bad sign. But I mean, what have they done with Hangman? Not much, but does Phil really need it? I mean, would it do it? I mean, he could.
I mean, I'm just saying though, they could probably, if I had to outweigh it, I think they could do a better storyline with Phil than with Hangman.
No
putting the belt on somebody else. Like, I think Phil would make a good transitional champion and building a storyline, but they'd have to choose wisely.
No, they would have to pick the perfect person to. Like let him be champion for a while because he can still work with all kinds of people until boom. Like the summer of Stone Cold, and then when The Rock had his whole long run before he built up and do the thing and we all know you're the champion. Like, is this guy you're champion for like Sean? What you're crippled? What you're holding on? You're getting through Mania? What? And it's all about Steve. Like it's one of those, the summer of Austin. But I think he could work better with people and do more differently. Because no offense to like Cowboy, like on the mic half the time, it just I don't know. It hurts my.
Or could they do like a three match thing, carry it to near the end of the year, because again they don't do big events every month like WWE. They could, if they play their cards, if they could play their cards right, and then maybe at the beginning of the year, maybe throw it on Phil and then figure out who the future is at that point.
And And they
Because
built
honestly,
the story.
Hangman doesn't really need it. He can do what he does without a title. I've always felt that way. Good on him. He got it. He did deserve it because he's been around since the beginning, and has busted his butt. But like some people don't need a title because of they're already. If you're good at the wrestling and the storyline telling, a belt. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's nice to have it as on your resume. Yes, okay, totally get that. But
he's not going
again,
anywhere.
there's people out there that have not been world champions that are in the Hall of Fame, whether it's WWE or the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, that never had a world title that I feel, and I know you feel personally, they never really needed it because they were able to wrestle and they were able to tell a story.
Yeah.
With the wrestling in the ring and outside the ring,
which is the important part.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to say, they could do better, but again, they drug out him and Cole for a couple months there, so they could actually drag it out until something is right. And we all God, his stupid shirt the other night.
Yeah, no.
Like, I'm sorry, Phil, but no offense, I'm not trying to get into any of that right now, but it's only 98 pages. Read the thing. Okay, I can send it to you. Anyone listening to this right now, if you want to read the thing.
We'll just leave it at that.
Like, and it wasn't even just that. It's just like when Dante was wearing the BLM armband for his brother and all that. Like, what, we get on, you have a platform, yes, but again, it's just like every commercial break during anything WWE did, they were telling you to get vaccinated and do your part. Like, we are watching this to get the hell away from all of that.
Yeah.
Like, stop ramming down our face.
Not to jump on a different train, but
stop ramming.
Surprisingly, when I was at the gym this past week, something quick came across the news at noon, and 2-year anniversary of George Floyd, and that was it. Like, that was it. They just said it and moved on. Like, it's not like that long drawn of a shit sandwich that's squeezed to death. It's just, hey, it's 2-year anniversary, bam, done. Didn't go into any kind of excess of the details like they did the year before.
No, you know what you need to do, everyone? Go on Twitter, find Obama's. It was a 3-parter. The kids at the school got one sentence. They immediately moved it into George Floyd and the knee and the cops and all this systemic. Like, thank you for letting taking advantage, like completely ignoring the tragedy that happened at that school. That could have been avoided to go directly back to that. Thank you for proving my point. Anyway, I think Punk could do better with people. I don't think he needs it right now. I don't know. I mean, they could.
I could see them throwing it on if they get to a point with Hangman, like, okay, we don't know what to do with you at this point.
Yeah, and they're not even remember, they don't even have like bookers or writing, but they just inmates running the asylum. With all the anger and angst that he did in that promo towards Punk, he could lose to Punk and he could turn heel and maul Punk, and they could just put this whole other, like, they could spin it somehow. But I don't know. We all know MJF's losing tonight. We know that, so they could keep building.
If he shows. Didn't show up last night, neither did Joe.
Yeah, so
are they doing something with maybe him and Joe align? I don't know. It's kind of weird that both of them didn't show up for the meet and greet.
It could be, other things too. And there could be some.
You never know.
It could be some precautionary. They went, oh no. It could be just someone could have got tested for something, and there could be any of that came up, which I still don't think anymore is a reason to stop.
No,
but it could be that. I don't know. I don't pay attention to meet and greets because I never go to meet and
greets. I just know an article. I just know an article I come across that MJF no-showed, and then that was last night. Now I didn't hear anything about Joe until this morning. So,
well, that happened. If you look at all the ones, like, for everybody, like wrestling world wise, there's been a lot of people that have been canceling and no showing and all kinds of, a lot of them. So again, it could just be something. Could be, man, it's MJF. I mean, all of his. Anybody also while we're on that whole like AEW thing? I don't know. Like, I'm gonna go out the door to WWE. What? So is WWE changing their content then in a few years? Why? Because otherwise, why? You're
Yeah.
not gonna get to be MJF at the machine. You'll probably get a stupid name like Max Dupree, and you'll be sitting there just going the whole time. You're just,
Honestly, I could see MJF being more of a manager, and because
muzzling him though.
MJF doesn't really need to wrestle. Like he can do his. He would be like a young Paul Heyman kind of thing, where if they could fit him as a manager with a tag team, like a true heel tag team, and he would be able to feed off that crowd and not have to wrestle. All he has to do is just piss people off, which he already does. And I still think it's funny that his mother goes along kayfabe and calls her son a dick. That's great. Like that there, like you have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
I think, hey, I'm right there. Him and the machine, unless they change their stuff. I mean, no matter what, it would be MJF light.
You know, and who knows now with, you know, Vince allowing Cody to bring his gimmick, to bring his music, to just let Cody be Cody. Maybe that's a start of, okay, you don't necessarily, if it's not broke, don't try and fix it. And I hope Cody being in WWE,
maybe,
you know,
Cody
nudges Vince more to go, okay, you know, let's say MJF comes over to WWE. Maybe Vince is like, okay, well, your gimmick's what it is. It's not broken. We're not going to fix it. I'm hoping Cody coming to WWE reopens Vince's mind to, okay, this is what the fans want. Just let him have it.
But look, I mean, Cody's still Cody. I mean, music. Yeah, I still like there's more than one royal family. Wrestling has more.
Yeah.
But look at Cody's character that he brought over and how he talks and presents himself compared to what MJF does. Vince would, nope. Most of the stuff coming out of his mouth wouldn't even fly during the Attitude Era. Like that would make.
Well, I know
that gimmick couldn't come. MJF watered down. It just wouldn't work.
Yeah, well, but that's the thing, though. I think MJF could be very adaptable to having to keep keeping it cleaner.
Yeah, but here's the problem, though. We all like Cody. What did he have to change? Nothing. His matches are better now. You know, I'll give him that compared to, but like he didn't have to change anything. MJF getting muzzled and having to cut half of his vocabulary out and not getting as much heat, we would all look at it and go, God, remember how good he was. Kind of like Taker said, I hate to have someone, you know, guy that saw me like looking at his kid going, he's good, but man, you should have saw him when he was really good. Like that would be the MJF thing. We'd look at him and go, please leave, please leave, please leave, please leave, please leave. Like we go, we know what he wants to say. And then he'd be like, poop. And we'd be like, and it would die. I just don't have faith in Vince or their PG thing to ever not be completely just suck. There's the word I'll use.
Yeah.
Completely suck. No offense, Vince, but you just Cody is completely PG. Yeah, it's completely WWE friendly.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
MJF
there's nothing.
MJF, he would just have to be too muzzled, in my opinion. And he's talking about it way too much. I mean, he's still 2 years on your contract. Like, shut up. And hopefully,
or maybe he does it because he wants to. He just wants to irk Mr. Khan and be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, okay, here you go, bye, see ya, yourself.
Tony Khan is a strange cat about stuff.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like,
it just wouldn't work. I mean, if WWE actually went back to like trying to, I don't know, entertain like the people that are actually paying their bills, it could work, you know, but would the network let it, you know, there's just too much stupid involved in all of that.
I could see MJF being exclusive to SmackDown just for the fact that Fox is a little bit, quote unquote, more edgier. That I could see, because unfortunately, what do you do when...
Shout out to Wicked Weed, Freak of Nature. Thank you, my people. Carry on.
What do we do when Mr. Reigns is gone? You don't have anything. I mean, I'm not saying Reigns is edgy, but he's more that generic heel that
apparently they don't give a god damn because
yeah.
I mean the whole everything is based around them now.
Yeah.
And no offense to them, it's beginning it's stale at this point. It's almost 2 straight years.
Yeah.
Like him losing at Mania. I know everyone like why? Like what? Have him lose to Brock, vanish for a couple months, come back, take the title off. I mean, he's working Brock's schedule anyway. What difference does it make? And like we saw Brock more in those last couple months than we've seen Roman do anything. No offense, guy. You're only 30 something. I get the can't.
Reigns is 37.
Yeah, I was gonna say 38, so at least I was close. But they just built it all around him anyway to finish off the AEW thing. I just don't see where they're gonna. With MJF, we all know he's gonna get his ass whooped. I mean, they have built the whole Wardlow thing very well.
Yeah.
I thought they did. I mean, I still don't like Sean Spears, and I don't understand how that relationship even happened. It was good to see him though pull a little Ty Dillinger. How many times are you going to lash him? Like what? Yeah, let's shout out to when you were horrifically underutilized with a terrible gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're horrifically underutilized with a ridiculous haircut. And you don't even have to do anything to piss people off. I mean, that is a gift, actually, when you don't have to do anything. And people don't like you. So, you know what? I take that last part back. Good on you. But I just don't think MJF's going to go anywhere. I'm not sure. Again, I always tell people I'll let you know if I do a pre-show to the what. No, I don't know. Like between Hangman and Punk, I think they could build it, like you said, for a couple more months. I don't think Thunder Rosa is going to drop the belt. Even though Serena Deeb, like, she's on fire.
Yeah.
It's terrifying how tiny she got since her Machine days, by the way. Like she's cut. She's terrifying cut. I don't know how, but I don't know which one. I think Thunder Rosa is going to keep it just because.
Yeah.
I do like seeing the Owen stuff. That'll be that was probably my greatest joy, just to see Martha in the crowd and actually, at wrestling and enjoying it and finally getting to see something for Owen. And that's pissing off Vince to no end, which makes it even better, especially seeing all of his old people in the tournaments and winning that. And like that's just a big middle finger too. And if I can never see Sammy and Ty make out ever again, I'd also be okay with that. That'd be surprising. I think we'd all be okay with that.
Yeah.
And Paige Van Zandt's making her debut tonight. So, and sadly,
who's she been training with? I can't remember.
Oh, I know, but I've seen her doing all of her. I mean, she looks good. Like when you get.
I forget. She's been training with. Who was it?
I could see the person. I can't tell you who it is. But again, she looks good doing it. Like I see her doing body slams. She's doing it good. I think. I mean, American Top Team has to win.
Yeah.
And I don't say that because Kazarian yet, but you guys never get a shot again. Like Sammy Guevara, please, for the love of God, don't give him another shot at it. He's been TNT champion like 73 times. He shouldn't even have lost it to Cody. I have no idea why they even did that, because we didn't see Cody for weeks.
Oh,
and they dropped it right.
Training with Gangrel.
There you go. See, told you it looked familiar.
Coastal Championship Wrestling.
And no wonder his legs all screwed up.
Jeez.
But yeah, like I think Top Team has to win that, because we didn't talk about that at all. No matter how much Dan Lambert hurts everyone's head, he's good at hurting people's head. But I mean, do you really see what else are they going to do with Sammy? I mean, he just keeps going back to that championship. Sadly, I mean, nothing against Sammy. He could wrestle. I wish he'd stop wearing all the leopard print bottoms, because like it's just, they seem to get smaller every time you see them. But
yeah,
I mean, they have to do something with him besides TNT champion every other month. Like, but I think it'll all be overall. Like, I'm actually still right now contemplating whether or not to bite the bullet and to get it tonight on, Fight TV. Still contemplating it, never seen any other, but I know it's going to be good. I mean, look at the matches. I mean, there's going to be idiots.
Yeah.
the match, the people that are in the matches, I mean, minus, here or there, there's going to be good ones. And I really want to make sure that I'm watching in case they do pull the trigger. So I can go, no shit, they put it on Punk. Like,
Yeah.
that'll piss everyone off. Like, why'd you do it? Why? Just to watch the internet explode. So that's all that would happen. But she'll be good tonight. And then finally we can get on to all the SmackDown stuff that we keep putting off. I mean, I'd say it's going to be quick, but I mean, SmackDown. Well, actually, the Usos and Roman are the show, even though you never see Roman anymore.
Yeah.
Like every single person that ever picked on Brock Lesnar for being a part-timer, it's amazing how quickly all of them part-timers. They pick on Brock and Rock when he came back was champion. Never seen a ragging on him. Seen it like started showing up less and less. Roman always did that, but this is my everything. Now you barely ever see him. It's, and I don't like the unified tag titles, like them putting everything back together. Like, what the hell is the point? Like I said on the Facebook page, like looks like the brand split's officially over. Like, what the hell? Like, if you actually put forth effort into it, it could be good.
Or keep the tag titles unified. I'm on board with Drew. Bring back the European Championship. Why not?
Yeah. I mean,
why not? Or a TV title.
Yeah.
Something. You could, I know Fox wants to have their own exclusive crap and USA wants to have their own exclusive crap, like I honestly think the brand split could be, if it is over, good. They just need to
see the problem.
I know they want network exclusives, but if it's going to get you good ratings, no matter your separate networks, and you're getting more views, who the hell cares?
But see, my biggest, I know that, you could check by the Royal Rumbles that we just saw how many people, and hell, WrestleMania, how many people they don't have on the roster. I mean, so them having the tag titles together, I guess, makes sense, because what other tag teams do they even have?
Yeah.
I got the Profits. They got Los Lotharios, which is just their waste space. Like, I don't think they're going to put the titles back on New Day anytime soon. I think that's train is finally, that train's finally sailed. I think that train finally took off. There we go. Better analogy. So I get it, just because I did like seeing Chad Gable and Otis as champions, just because it's good to see Gable finally doing something, because I still don't understand how he was the one that was like begging Jason Jordan to let him team with him. Like, Jason Jordan should have been begging Chad Gable. Chad Gable has always been way better than Jason Jordan ever was. No offense to Jason Jordan, talented in his own way, in his own right. Yeah. But Gable is always a better one. So I like seeing them do stuff. But SmackDown, hell, half the show taken up by Roman Reigns entering.
Yeah.
I don't like the Butch thing. I'm sorry, it's still stupid. It's dumb. I don't like it. I miss Pete. I get why they did it, but they didn't have to make him Butch.
Yeah.
That's just Max Dupree. Like, I don't get the whole Shotzi thing, getting locked out of everything. Like, there's just so much why going on. They had to change Raquel. After they made her Raquel Rodriguez, then went and changed the name of her finisher. Why? Because they're cutting the microphone off, because apparently the Chicana bomb is some kind of horrific offense, even though it's perfectly fine on USA Network, which is way less edgier than, there's so much stupid involved in it. You just look so happy right now.
Yeah.
You look very
might as well might as well throw a new finisher on her called the churro roll up or something. Just piss someone off.
The backwoods. And look, how many matches are won by roll ups? At least they gave Xavier's a real name. It wasn't just roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Hey, look, Ronda won by a roll up.
Backwoods is offensive. Backwoods, come on.
I'm gonna pick on all those.
They need to change it. It's offensive.
Yeah, all those people that live in the backwoods that get a bad rep. That's rude.
Yeah.
Very, very rude. So look at the mood it put you in. Just thinking about it, like, you actually look like you're gonna kill people right now. You look worse than me. How the hell?
But like, we went from AEW to where I was like, oh yeah, and then Machine. It's like,
hey, but I told you, the SmackDown. Like, it's just. I'm sorry.
Don't get me wrong. I've loved the whole Roman Reigns thing. It is. He still has a couple zingers during the promos that he's there to put on.
He's actually
But
there to do
it's
something.
okay. We're, you know,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I still have my Roman Reigns shirts. I love this whole character development. It's something, you know.
I
It's
still
always,
want a
it's
nobody's
been,
bitch shirt. I still want one of those.
yeah,
I'm
definitely.
sorry. That was still, no matter what, had the God mode, everyone's like, nobody's bitch. They're
Yeah.
like, no one's bitch. Everyone's like, that's the shirt right there. But it's just gotten stale on me. That's the big problem.
Yeah.
Like, and I see
Still waiting for my WrestleMania plaque to get here.
Like I'm okay with, you know, I mean, Ronda getting off of Charlotte. I actually thought that match went better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
Or, you know, Ronda and Charlotte, that was good. And they're trying. I mean, at least we see, you know, Natty and Shayna, even though but Shayna's getting used. We see Shotzi on TV. We see Aaliyah on TV. I can't believe they let Aaliyah beat Natty so fast, and then we don't.
Yeah.
And we stop seeing her. Like, that was stupid. That's great whenever you get to see her. Like, there's just so much dumb, and all the releases aren't helping.
Mm-mm.
Again, look how many people on the roster. Like, there's not a lot weren't in the Royal Rumble or anything. And they had to get all kinds of people to come in. I mean, Jesus, for the love of God, they called Summer Rae a legend. That's how many people they have on the roster. Summer Rae was considered a legend. I am more legendary than that could ever, anything. And no offense to her, it's not that good.
Yeah.
But see if we can get back to something that you care about.
Judgment Day. That's about the only thing good going on the main roster.
You know, the best thing is things that are doing well. That was actually the next thing, just so I didn't, pages like that long, like there's like nothing. But
I just love the fact that Mr. Copeland likes to screw with everyone's emotions, because we all kind of knew, we knew Rhea Ripley was going to be a shoo-in.
Yeah,
but this last one, I'm hoping it's just 4. 5 I could see depending on who they bring in, but for Mr. Copeland to really work and screw with people's emotions,
he's
to make this
everybody.
Oh yeah.
He's throwing on half the roster to include Corey Graves.
That's a lot of the old school. He kept Mr. Copeland kept his Royal Rumble return so secret that all of our brains like imploded when
they were screaming and crying, and
yes,
it was like the Hardy Boys coming out at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
After they said they were leaving,
Mr. Stevens and I lost our shit so loud from downstairs on the bottom level.
Your sleeping wife.
My sleeping wife heard us.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I didn't make a noise. I might have dropped my beer.
Yeah,
nope, it was a bag of chips. I dropped my Doritos, but that was good. And again, compared to that, what the Hardy Boys are the only thing that they've done any kind of surprise. And they were outside when that happened. And you heard New Day come through the thing. Go, what? That was a pop. They were outside, and it was that. I mean, it was loud. Good to Edge. I don't know who it's going to be. I don't. Again, the shocking. Please tell me, Corey, how everyone was surprised that Rhea joined them. Again, enlighten me, guy. But you keep saying all the what? How about you stop treating the fans like they're stop treating us like we're dumb. Believe it or not, we'll believe you more. We'll care more. Treat me like I'm stupid. I'm going to treat you like you're stupid because you actually are. But yeah, he's doing a good job. And again, he's just there messing with people. And
he's having fun.
That's the best part. You can tell he's enjoying it.
From the last article I read, 2 more years. That's it. And he's so I think he's really wanting to put his all into this. And be able to push some of these ones that are being misused. I mean, I don't like putting them in the misused category. The misused, like they are, but I don't want it to seem like a negative. We know the machine's stupid in decisions, but I'm hoping the machine gives Mr. Copeland a little bit of free reign to develop these superstars, because I think that's what's going to happen when Edge retires. I really hope he helps in the producing and maybe some NXT development, because that would fit his bill. Seriously, like what Sean's doing still down X. Surprisingly, out of all the ones that have not been released, that would blow my mind if they got rid of Shawn Michaels.
He fires Sean. Someone actually will die then. But I like it. That's one of the few like good things. Just and you hear like just to hear him be able, he's not like happy. It's just to hear him when he's getting booed out of the building, just to snap at anything people are saying and go right. Like he's in his zone. And again, Rhea, like, sorry, no offense to the world, she was misused when they had her lose to Charlotte the NXT title just for Charlotte to drop
Yeah,
it
that
10,
was stupid.
10 seconds later. And then she dropped it to Io right away. And then they built her back up as the Nightmare. Then they had her lose. Then suddenly she showed up and beat Asuka. And then she dropped the title and didn't get used.
They don't count her NXT reign from that towards her title count. So guess what? Complete waste of time.
Yeah. It was just like they had her lose to that. Made no sense for Charlotte to drop it right away. They built her back up as this unstoppable force. I get her, passing the torch to Raquel. I get that. Like that one had to happen. But we don't see her. She shows up 2 weeks before WrestleMania, challenges Asuka, wins, drops the belt a month later, and she's been in random tag teams ever since. The surprise, the shocking turn on Liv Morgan. Like what? The second they lost at Mania, what? I heard they're having a rematch. What? I thought it was going to be the night after. They drug it out for 2 more weeks, but we all saw it coming. I mean, there's good people that he could work with to put in there. I mean, I'd be okay with the champ idea, just because he always said he'd retire before going to the main roster. Now that he's there, I mean, at least that means it would be fulfilling, and him and Edge can walk out the door. Sorry, Mr. Copeland can walk out the door together.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's my big one for that. Finn and the Dean, like that would work because he's no offense. I mean, they just give titles to him just so we could literally walk around with them for a couple months.
See, I think they're trying to keep the Finn and AJ thing together as a tag team. Yeah. We know where that's going. Yeah.
But he's put a lot of good names out there. I mean, he's thrown out half the roster in commentary team. So I mean, might as well. I mean, it keeps everyone intrigued.
I honestly think Bayley would fit the bill.
I don't know.
If I were to pick, if it were to be a faction of 5, Ciampa and Bayley, there you go. Instant guarantee. Bayley and Rhea as women's tag team champions.
Those 2 as tag team champions. Him as big champion, and they could have those 2 hold the other titles, and they could literally just have everything.
Edge wouldn't even need to hold the world title.
Think
about it. Edge could be right in the background. Ciampa, Intercontinental, Priest, U.S. title, both women's tag team champions. Edge just sits back. I mean, would I love Edge to get one more world title win? Yes,
why.
Do not get me wrong.
That's the only reason why. If he's got 2 years, if they take all the gold?
But now is not the time right now to.
I'd say pull the trigger on it at the end.
Yeah.
Like let him go out, have his Austin moment. Sorry, let him have his moment properly this time, because last time he defended the damn title and had to retire the next night. Let him go into WrestleMania, have the match of his life, drop the title, drop the BS, give it to bow out gracefully and properly this time, and see you later. Bye.
Yeah,
he deserves another title run. He really does. I mean, just because
he never really lost it either.
Yeah, just because he literally defended it at Mania and had to retire the next night and drop the belt in the ring. The man deserves one more just because. Did Triple H need that last run to beat Roman, to win the title thing, just to drop it to Roman at Mania? No. Did The Rock need that title run? No. Did they still get one? Yeah. And were they only back for that short, brief amount of time, a couple months? Yeah. Edge has been back nonstop. Except for when Vince tore his tricep because he made him try, because it was a great match and he made him try to redo something. And bad things happened when he redid it. It didn't look good enough. Let's not. But he deserves one just on that. And what he's doing, and again, I don't know about Bayley, just because she was doing so good on her own thing in there, but she could be a great leader. Like she could work with Rhea more than that could be really, good. And again, I really want it to be champion just because they're gonna screw it up otherwise. Look at the stuff he's doing with Miz and Ali and all. Please God, let it be that. At least he'll get to go out and leave on good terms and do something. Otherwise, they're going to screw it up. Wonder why? Because they love screwing things up.
Yeah.
They're great at screwing things up. The next thing was things they aren't doing well. Everything else. There we go. See? It was that easy. We talked about everything they're doing bad. But the big one, obviously, we're going to talk about, Clash at the Castle. Good to see them back overseas. Obviously,
Yes.
we knew they're going to sell that out. It's been way too. It's been almost 30 years.
All three live events are sold out.
Yeah, like it's no matter what they charge, what they were going. I mean, that's a bad thing. No matter what they charged, they knew they were going to sell it out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I told you to turn off. See, but yeah, we knew they were going to sell out. But things that didn't sell out. How about Cody doing all those promos for Money in the Bank, and then they had to
good old MGM.
Yeah, how about that? That was
Well, so then technically that would be sold out and unsold out at the same time because of how many tickets they had to refund.
Yeah, like it
I wonder how they chose that one.
I don't even like Cody did a good job with it, but like what the hell do you think? What, the product sucks. The price you're looking for is egregious. And guess what? The product sucks. For the most part, at least the stories. What again? The matches were at least good last pay-per-view. I'm okay with that. But
yeah,
if you like Allegiant Stadium, like notice you guys are selling out all these big ones, even for paper like Allegiant Stadium. Like you've done it before. You've sold out these things, no problem. And here you are having a hard time. Like maybe that should be a sign that you need to use your heads. But how about that? Like, well, Cody, you did your best, but not even you can save the sinking ship. There you go. They are the bar. Whatever the hell a sideways thumb means. I mean, I get it, but still the dumbest thing I've seen Cesaro do.
Hopefully. No, the bar right now for the machine is like this.
Yeah, the bar is broken and confused.
Yes.
The bar doesn't know what the hell is going on. The bar spent too much time at the bar.
Yes.
There you go. There's the line right there. But God, and I hope they don't make it like a guaranteed WrestleMania. Please don't. Like let it keep doing its thing, except just don't make it so obvious that someone's going to cash in. Sorry, we already have main event picked for by the Royal Rumble. Why have Money in the Bank like that many months ahead?
Yeah,
so we have to wait for forever for them to get a wrestle. Like that's just stupid. That's what you have the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Please don't switch it. That'd be harmful to my brain. Please don't hurt my brain. I love y'all, but y'all do some stupid stuff. My brain, his brain, all of our brains do not deserve it. I mean, Jimmy Smith can't even put out a sentence half the time. I mean, Jesus Christ, on commentary the other day, he literally said, "Look, you got to worry about Cody having ring rust because he's been gone for 6 years." And stuff.
Ow. I'd rather listen to little Jimmy than that Jimmy.
Ring rust because like he's been gone for 6 years. The Corey Graves going, no. And then dirt sheet writers are writing that apparently he has heat. Why? Because he corrected him. And like, guess what? He's just doing his damn job. Vince was in someone's ear going,
"Oh my God." I'm pretty sure Vince was pissed.
Vince had a.
Oh, he had been pissed. Really pissed.
Vince had a stroke.
Like, I'm surprised that commentator did not get fired
immediately. Let's see later about what. Like he slipped twice. Like they all slipping anymore. Like most of the stuff I write down for Raw. Listen, do you hear him say this? Did you hear him say this? You're just sitting there going,
I guess better to have him than Jerry King Lawler at this point.
Yeah, sorry, Jerry lost his luster. Those weeks sucked. You could have just left the two of them on commentary. It didn't work.
Yeah.
He's lost.
God's sake, you could have called in a favor to JBL or Booker. Like, I'm pretty sure they're probably in the back just hanging out.
Definitely could have had JBL come back up.
Yeah.
He fits.
I would have been fine. I would have been fine with that.
No offense to Booker. He wouldn't have fit those shoes right. He's good, but he just wouldn't have fit the Graves.
He's good for the pre-shows.
Yeah.
Good for the pre-shows.
JBL just going off on commentary for 3 hours. What I would watch Raw I wouldn't even fast forward through anything. Like just to listen to him just talk and tell Byron that he's an idiot. Like would have been just beautiful. And God, don't ever do that again. There's a reason you put him on the commentary team years and it lasted about 10 minutes. It's not the same anymore. He's lost his luster and it's not the right era. He actually has to. He can't be the king that we all knew and loved all the time back then. So let's stop that. Double or Nothing should be good tonight.
Yeah.
I just hope that everything goes well. And again, I don't know who to pick. which is the problem for me. Like I normally at least have some kind of.
That's the nice thing about AEW. You can see anything. Anything could go either way, which is nice. So it keeps you guessing.
Yeah. Like there's some moments where like, yeah, what this is gonna happen. We all know, like the Lance Archer death match. Yeah, there's something, but still, most of it you're sitting there waiting, going, I just hope the Hardys beat the Young Bucks, even though I see stupid happening. Hopefully, Gangrel comes back. Yeah, bloodbath everybody in the ring. There you go. Bloodbath.
They just won't be able to. They just won't be able to use the licensed music. But I could see Gangrel coming out with the Hardys with the fire ring and just the old yeah. I mean, it's not like Jeff Hardy told Vince to go himself after he was offered a Hall of Fame induction after the fact that he was fired for no reason. But that would be the ultimate.
Yeah, it was he walked out. Yeah, they made like because he was concussed as hell, and you guys went immediately to it had to be drugs. Yeah, him walking out through the crowd was it the best idea? No, but
no,
immediately immediately going to he's all up again. That's why we fired him. What?
Yeah, how do you sent him home without even asking him. Didn't even. Yep, you're going home.
You know they kind of screwed themselves on that one.
I mean, that's like common courtesy. Like, are you okay? And then listen to what they have to say. Nope, you're going home. You're on drugs.
Hey, and then know how you know they screwed up? They know they screwed up with Hall of Fame induction. What in the Hall of Fame will make you be champion? What? We're sorry. What? Why we up? Like, yeah, you did.
Well, I can see why Jeff turned it down because I think Jeff would want to go in with Matt. That I understand. Yeah. So I don't blame him for saying no because that's just once dust settles and everything, I think they'll go in the Hall of Fame as tag team. That's what I would like to see.
It's Johnny Ace making that phone call though. Hey man, we'd like to put you in the Hall of Fame. Like, yeah, what? No, that shit. That. I wouldn't even finish. I would just smile and hang up.
You know that thing called a ship? The nose is just about to go under. Goodbye.
Like, have you ever seen the Titanic? Like, yeah.
You're welcome.
Just answer the phone and laugh. I don't care what. Hey Jeff. No, bro. What? Shut that.
No, it just would have been hey Jeff and click.
Yeah. Hey Jeff. What? How about Vince call me? Why?
Common courtesy to answer the phone and not be button them to the voicemail, but
Yeah. But there was God, like I know he's a screw up, but he's always been pretty honest about every time he screwed up. I mean, for the most part. Yeah, I mean, hell, he had a problem. He had a problem and kept telling everyone, I don't have a problem. You rehab or you quit or you're fired. See you later. Well, I know I was screwed up. What? I didn't want to get fixed. What? I didn't want any help yet. What? I was perfectly fine with where I was. Okay. Bye. You know, hopefully, God, please don't do it. But if Punk wins, like, please don't rehash that ever. Even if Punk does, like, no matter what, please, God, let's not rehash Punk and Jeff for the 17,000th time. Please. Good story, good angle, good way for Jeff to go out in that match against Punk. Don't get me wrong. The first time. Yeah. Let's not redo that. Straight edge, alcoholic. Like we've already played, like I hated it when they did the drunk driving. He was drunk all the time angle. Like I hated that with Sheamus and all that. Like those, please, for the love of God. And bring back Elias. That's what I'm going to end it on for the week. Bring back Elias. When you go and have him carry his own tombstone, put it down, the old Elias is dead. But we get Ezekiel. And can we stop all the stupid with lie detector tests and DNA samples that get screwed up by barbecue? We just stop all of the stupid. Like, how do you tell us that Elias is dead and then bring back him as his younger brother? Like, that stuff is actually stupid.
Yeah, agreed.
That's for Kevin deserves better. Kevin carried the whole damn company with Roman during COVID. Like the matches he was having with him. Like it's just, God, it sucks. Everything sucks. Ways that Vince touches. Because he just can't help his damn self. Let to stick his nose and everything. But yeah, that's all I got for that. We had a lot of sidebar
Same
conversations throughout all of that. You haven't looked like you wanted to be here since we mentioned the main roster. So
here.
they suck. It's not our fault. Someone has
Yeah.
to tell them that they suck. And if I happen to be that person, sue me. I don't know what you'll sue me for.
My allergies are also pulling a Vince McMahon, irritating me.
It'd be like, like the end of Rocky V. Touch me and I'll sue. Sue me for what? Come after me. I don't got anything for you to sue me for. So good luck with that. Yeah. Wham bam. Thank you, man. Car hood. But I'll dump it there. Everyone say thank you to Justin. And whatever animal just bashed off of my door, congratulations to you. But again,
mine are hiding again.
I have a bunch of savages. But thank everyone for listening. Stuff on Sunday. Maybe we'll get you back more so we can go over, older things that happened that didn't completely suck that people actually could be excited about.
I still have notebooks with at least 10 episodes worth.
I know. Oh, I know. So,
but on a good note, not to retouch on mental health awareness, but we graduated our family-based counseling. The oldest is doing great. Learned a lot as a parent. He learned a lot as a person in general. So things are a lot smoother. Now I'm just dealing with the typical teenager bullshit. But hey, we've all been there. We've all said things. We've all done things.
I still say things all the time.
Yeah. But doing good everything home front wise, and still torturing myself on the wheel as always.
No, you're like a rat. You just got to run on that wheel.
Yeah.
Can't help yourself. It's working out for you good though. So, and you look like Bane while you're doing it. So
now I haven't been using the training mask so much. One, because it's kind of hard to fit around all this now. So I don't get the proper seal anymore. But I'm also doing kettlebell stuff. So I tried kettlebell with the mask on, and no, I'm not ready for that. Surprising kettlebell workouts kick your ass.
Yeah, kettlebells, man. Kettlebells
full body. I actually got myself 1 year free to Apple Fitness, and also Peloton has an app that has awesome workouts. Not to do any plugs for them for having United Healthcare. I get 14 months free from each. So guess what? I'm not going to argue free, because no one in this country argues free. So
at least this is actually free. It's not someone else paying for it like everything else that's free. Free. Take that TurboTax. You guys suck. But
bring gas stamps back.
Woo! And the ice cream bars. Let's not forget about the ice cream bars.
Yeah. If I want to take a trip back in the good old days where gas was cheap, I'll go play Mafia 2, where you have to go around and steal the gas stamps. That was fun.
It's always
not to throw video games out there, but
gas absolutely sucks. But
God,
we'll probably have Justin back, a little more now. They might have a little bit more time, every once in a while, so you don't have to listen to the sound of my voice and us talking about how much everything sucks, except for matches on AEW. Those don't suck 90% of the time.
Yep,
give or take. But
Toxic Attraction still hot. Thunder Rosa rocks. Nikita Lyons, well, have a speedy recovery, and then all will be right in the world.
Thank you for whatever that thing was that they made us watch for Gigi Dolan and that shot in the bikini. But that made up for all the super soakers and stupid that was happening throughout it all, because that whole thing still to this day sucks. Whoever wrote that is actually on drugs, but another story for another day. So enjoy your long weekend. Don't forget to reach out to people. Don't forget why you're celebrating it. Don't just be a miserable, self-righteous ass and forget all about why it's actually a thing.
Yep.
You narcissistic pieces. Garbage. That's a public service announcement brought to you in part by Wrestling with Ski and the double thumbs up. So enjoy your weekend. I'll be back probably Tuesday to go over everything that happened over last week. And I'm still debating on Double or Nothing. I still don't know. Deal with it.
Let me know.
And I make bad. I don't know. I'll let you know. But I'll be back Tuesday. So enjoy your long weekend. Reach out to people. Be good to each other. Reach out and say hi to Justin. Wave and peace.